Hi there, it's Joseph. So I get a lot of messages, a lot of people asking me uh, how to get into the tech industry, and I want to use this medium to kind of explain to you my journey so that if if that would make any sense to you. Normally there's really no one sure way of entering into tech. There are different ways to enter into tech. For example, I have friends that were self-taught. They read some Udemy courses and got some Coursera courses, and they are doing well. And also have some friends that actually went to school for it, and some people went through the parts of internships. Like me, I went through the parts of internships, and we're all doing well. But they are underlining factor when you are entering into tech, no matter which route you take, right? There's always an underlining factor, right? And one thing is that even if you are self-taught, or you are going through the internship route, or you are doing it as a hobby, you need a mentor. You need a mentor. Mentorship is very important in this industry. And secondly, apart from mentorship, you need to put in the work. The mistake most youths make when it comes to tech is that they feel tech is it's a side hustle, right? Tech is not a side hustle. Let's get that straight. There's nothing side hustle about tech. If you're in school, yeah, you can do it as a hobby because you're not planning to earn from it. But once you are out of school, it ceases to be a hobby. Maybe it's a hobby, but it becomes something more serious to you because you want to earn from it, right? But I usually advise people the best way to get into tech is when you're in school. Start coding, start getting your hands dirty, and before you know it, you get used to these things. And then when you're in school, if you can combine schoolwork and an internship, please go for it. So here's my journey through tech, right? I graduated from electrical electronics engineering from Federal University of Technology, or where it has Futo. And I worked in the power sector for a while, but I wasn't getting the satisfaction I felt I needed. So I was doing mostly routine maintenance for oil companies, um, telecom power. So that's from there I just felt like, no, I should be doing more with my life. I should be doing more with my life. I saw an internship opportunity that's Decagon. Had no prior coding experience, I had no prior tech experience. So when I saw the internship opportunity, I applied while still working. I applied hoping for maybe if they give me an opportunity, I'll make the switch. But here's the thing: I did not have time to make the switch, because once you apply for the internship opportunity, you actually do need to go through the materials they sent, because they are going to give you exam test. They're not going to just take novice. You would have to at least show that you know something, right? So when I applied for this, I got their package, and I knew that it was time to resign. It was really time to leave my job and focus on passing the first initial exam to get into the technical or internship program, right? And that's how my tech journey started. God willing, fast forward, I went through the boot camp. I went through the packages. I learned basic JavaScript, how to write a little bit of algorithm with JavaScript, and a basic HTML. You know, the basic route that most people take. Basically, that's HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And thereafter, when I went to write the exam for the Decagon internship, surprisingly, I passed. But when I got into Decagon, it was a different ball game. I had to choose. And now, people might want to know, why did I choose Go, right? Why Go? There's this advice that most when people advise you to choose a programming language, they say you should choose what is frequent, what is rampant in your city or where you stay, right? And in Nigeria here, we have a lot of JavaScript people around, Node developers around. We have .NET guys, we have Java. This way, like the three major stacks that were out there: Node, .NET, Java, right? So the first step was to know what you can use all these things to do, right? I asked some, like I said, I have some guys that were coding right from school. They were coding as hobbies. So I asked them what is the difference. Most of them said go with Node because in Nigeria Node can easily get you a job, get you paid no matter how small it is. But there was one particular friend of mine that advised me to go with Golang, and his reason is he's a Node developer already, and he wants to learn Golang because he believes Golang is the emerging market. So if I have an opportunity to learn Golang, then I should go for it. That was his advice. He didn't. There was no promise of excessive job market like there was for Node. But I took that faith. I'm like, okay, because I rather set the trend than follow the trend. That's the kind of person I am. I'm like, okay, if Golang is an emerging market, which this means that much people we don't have that much people in the Golang field already. So if I could be the first set of if I can be among the first set of people in this Golang field, then I will stand out when Golang starts to boom. Yeah, it was a risk because obviously I was choosing the long game over immediate pay, immediate money, right? And that is why I chose Golang. And then I also had the mind that, yeah, if we are few in the Golang field, right? If we are few in the Golang field, whenever they need a Golang developer, they would have to pay more for a Golang developer than for a Node developer. Yeah, that was also part of my deciding factor, right? Money is always a great motivation, so don't let anybody deceive you. Yeah, it's one thing the internship program gave me was a mentor, not just a mentor, mentors. So there are things you should underline or highlight when learning tech. One, you need proper mentorship. Secondly, you need a community. The internship program gave me a community of like-minded developers looking for the same goal. Even if not everybody was a Golang developer, a lot of them were Node guys, .NET guys, Java guys, Python. But the idea was that we were looking for the same goal. We were looking to break into the tech world. So we usually share knowledge. We usually share what best we could do to excel, to go forward in our field. And that is when I began to use my LinkedIn page more in sourcing for jobs, in applying for other internship, for other paid internship positions, right? Because the thing about Decagon internship is that Decagon internship is you have to pay to learn. Yeah, you're more or less paying for the internship, right? And yeah, most people say, why would I want to pay that amount? Because at that time, the amount sounded ridiculous to me, right? I'm not going to mention it. Say you can message me personally if you want to know the process for Decagon, but it sounded ridiculous to me, right? But when I called my friend and asked him about what he felt about the Decagon internship and this amount and paying this amount, all he said was two things, right? The first thing is that you always need a professional experience in your CV, and that's what these internships give you, right? Once you build something professional, once you build a working system, and once you've worked in a team, it's much better than self-taught, right? Well, it's much better than self-taught. And then secondly, the person said, if you don't bet on yourself, who will? So whenever you feel like investing in your self-growth, in your career growth is too much for you, always remember that if you don't bet on yourself, don't expect me to bet on you. Don't expect anybody else to bet on you. And that was what drove me into taking that leap into Decagon. And I'm not regretting it because betting on myself had paid off in the long run, right? Then it seemed impossible, but right now it has paid off. And I need young people coming to tech to realize that tech is not a side hustle, number one. And number two, if you are going to do tech the right way, you need a mentor, you need the community, and you need to give up something for it. You need to pay for what you need, for what you need. If you don't pay for what you need, don't expect to be paid in the shortest period of time for it. Well, you can say self-taught. Yeah, self-taught, you can do self-taught, but you wouldn't know where to start. You wouldn't know where to start learning. You wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't know what the industry looks like. you will be going round and round, beating around the bush, while your mates that have mentors, that have a community, and they're actually paying for knowledge, have access to quick information. They are going straight to the point. They are not going to be learning. You might start learning variables and all those things. Then they are going straight to building APIs that actually do matter in the real sense. So this is how my tech journey went. I can't wait for you to start yours. If you need help starting your tech journey, you can beep me up. Thank you.